take you on the mental trip. This is what I'm feeling, bro. Slide. I take you on the mental trip. This is what I'm feeling, bro.
How much are you gonna charge for a set of nails inspired by Pokemon? Today's situation is very unique in that your client walks in the door and she wants a set of nails that is inspired by Pokemon, but something that she can wear long term. The thing is that her kids are into Pokemon. She wants to be cool, but she can't go to work with Pokemon nails. She needs to be able to wear something that is sophisticated. How in the heck are you gonna combine Pokemon with sophisticated? This is the trick. You need to give your client something that they can wear long term. We're still gonna be cool and something that she's gonna be proud of. I honestly have zero idea of how this is gonna get done. We're gonna go talk to Greg Salo right now, and he's gonna walk us through exactly how he's going to accomplish this. All right, bro. So this client wants a little Pokemon, which I'm really excited about because I'm a huge fan. How do you feel about this?
I am pumped.
What do you have in mind for this client?
What comes to mind is the Pikachu ball.
Right, the Pokeball?
Yeah, the Pokeball.
Cool, I got you, bro.
So it's really easy to execute with mission control gel paint.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually build out the foundation with core white so that it's opaque.
Nice.
And then when I paint over the surface, you know, it's going to stand out and it's going to look tight. And then all the other nails, I'm going to complement it with a matte black. So it's going to look really sexy.
So we will, in fact, get a sophisticated Pokemon-inspired nail, correct?
Yeah, sophisticated, sexy Pokemon.
Awesome.
set.
Just remember one thing, bro. You got to catch them all, okay?
Okay, so the products I'm going to be using is the Young Nails Nail Liquid. I'm going to be using Core White to establish the foundation for the design. I'm going to be using Power Up, which is a perfect red. I'm going to be using Overdrive, which is black, and Fizz, which is white. And then I'm going to be using the ManiQ matte top coat to give it the matte look on the black nails. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so for this nail, what I'm gonna end up doing is using a medium arbor band to remove shine from the natural nail. Once I feather off the shine, then what we're gonna do is we're going to use Swipe. And I'm going to use Swipe to cleanse the oils and contaminants from the surface of the nail. That's going to prepare it for protein bond application. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get one coat all the way through. I'm assuming if I'm doing all 10 nails, I'm going to come in and I'm going to get one more coat. Tracy has a little bit of core white acrylic on her nail. It wasn't necessary for me to remove everything because I'm going to be rebuilding the whole entire nail in core white all over again. So what we're going to do is we're going to place the form on her finger. One of the things I like to do is as soon as I get the form, just to make sure that it's straight, I'll turn the finger this way just to line it, just to make sure that it's dead straight. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put some Young Nails nail liquid inside my dapping dish. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build the nail in one pearl. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a lot of monomer, and then this is going to give me the ability to pick up a really nice pearl. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it right here on the nail and then just make sure that I use the tip of the brush to tap this as close and tight to her cuticle and sidewalls while the product runs down. And then at this point what I'm going to do is juggle it, right? So I have the perimeter totally set. Now all I have to do is really just try to get the rest of the product all the way out to the edge, and then I could use the body to shape it. The best part about the product is I've literally got the perimeter of the nail as tight as I possibly can. All I have to do is use the body of my brush just to kind of like brush it out to the desired length that we need. So So since we're going to be doing a kind of an almond shaped nail, I'm just going to try to keep the nail in that form. Alright, so as you can see, I've completely built out the nail. Just need to make sure that everything is tight. If at any point, if I have any part of the nail, again, that is missing any sort of thickness, I need some right here. What I'm gonna end up doing is taking a small bead and then setting it right at the stress area, and then allowing the product to just kind of stabilize. I'm not brushing everything. I'm only going to brush from the front to leave a majority of the product in the stress area that I need, and then I'll use the body of my brush to come through. This is going to ensure that I have the right thickness, the right upper arch to create the actual perfect nail in the least amount of effort. Let's go ahead and let this dry and we'll file into shape. Okay, so what I'm going to do, since I was able to build the body in one, I'm just going to pinch just to try to get it like a little bit narrow through this area right here. That's good enough. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put protein bond around the edge and a little bit through the surface. That way the gel paint is going to bond extremely well to the surface. And then I'm going to take a few dabs of each of the colors. Okay, so we're going to take a little bit of Power Up. Just going to put some on the tile. Fizz. And some Overdrive. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a horizontal line across the surface of the nail first. And I'm going to do that with Power Up. So what I'm going to do is just so that I can have a guide. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my gel brush to try to get my sides and my cuticle absolutely tight, going all around the edges, and then I'm just going to literally paint it right down to the line. And we're just going to set that inside the light. I'm going to go inside the light and I'm going to set that for 60 seconds. Now I'm going to take Fizz, and what I'm going to do is when I set it here, I'm just going to kind of brush it up to the line. And again, we're going to get that back inside the light. Okay, I'm going to use two different brushes to draw my lines. I'm going to use the Young Nails liner brush and the detailer for the finer line work. But what we're going to end up doing for the first one is basically just coming straight across that line. And the best part about this is if there's any imperfections, it's going to cover it up completely. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get that inside the light and freeze that. But this time, you don't have to freeze that long since it's on top. I'm going to get it inside for about 10 seconds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the detailer brush to come in and paint in my circle around the center. What I like to do is I like to keep the brush vertical, and then that way what I'm actually able to do is just kind of get something that's really cylindrical. Do the same thing when I run my brush. I like to just run enough, that way when I'm coming over the top I'm going to be able to draw in a really nice even circular pattern. gonna go inside the light. And we're gonna freeze that for 10 seconds. So once the pattern is actually set out, to seal it, I like to use finish, because if there's any areas of the nail that are slightly higher than another, then finish gel is going to basically smooth it all out. I'm gonna get it inside the light. I'm gonna do a full 2-minute cure. That way it's going to be rock hard and super shiny. I'm now gonna just paint out the nails in black and use ManiQ matte to give the matte effect. You guys will see what it looks like when I'm done.
All right, Greg, it is time for the big reveal of your Pokemon set of nails. The question I have is, how much?
$120.
$120 for Pokemon inspired nails. I actually love it. Can you explain to us why that's the case?
So you're gonna charge $90 for the full set, and you're gonna charge $15 per nail per design. So there's 2 ring fingers, $15 a nail, that's an additional $30. You're gonna throw in the black and the matte for free. It's gonna be $120 for that full set.
I gotta say, dude, this set of nails is like, you actually accomplished that sophistication with Pokemon, which I don't know how you did it, but they're beautiful. Like, her nails are like, when I saw them, I was like, whoa, they're gorgeous. Like the shape and like the matte black, I think is perfect, dude.
It's really an easy design to execute, and you know, for all of your customers out there that are fans of that brand, they're gonna love it.
So if you want a sophisticated Pokemon inspired set of nails, pull out your money. You're gonna pay $120, but you're gonna love them, and on top of that, it's gonna help you catch more Pokemon. Thank you. We'll see you next week on How Much.